Hey guys, there's so much going on in Destiny 2 Season of the Lost that it could be a huge pain in the butt trying to mess around with builds for all your characters. Today I'm going to show you a way to create a versatile build that you can use for any class, any subclass, and this build will work for any content in the game. Let's check it out. My name is Weds and thanks for tuning into the channel. As always, I really appreciate your being here. If this video helps you in any way, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will be forever grateful. Now, this is the build that I have been using this season across all my characters, and it does not require too much to create. You should be able to get all the necessary mods for this build. I don't think you will miss anything, but if you're missing a particular mod, check vendors like the Gunsmith, A.1, the Splicer Servitor, etc, etc. As a side note, it's important to know that for any build to be useful in this game, it needs to have at least three things: synergy, survivability, and killing power. This build has all of that. Now let's go to my character screen and I will show you everything in the build and why it's a versatile build. Alright guys, we're gonna start with the Titan, but do not worry, I will show you the other classes as well. Like I said, class doesn't matter. You can use either one, it'll work for any one of them. The only thing you might have to switch sometime are the weapons, because it depends on what kind of activities you are doing, whether you're using it for champions and stuff like that. But let's go over the mods. Alright, let's look at the helmet first. The one that I'm using for the helmet is the elemental armament. Those are part of the elemental well mods that you can use. Now it says weapons takedowns with a damage type that matches your subclass element have an escalating chance to spawn an elemental well. Now the reason why I use this mod is because after like 5 to 7 kills you can create a well. Now I'm not going to read everything about the mods. I just want you to know which type of mods that I'm using, and you can use the same mods as well. Now some mods, they come with an affinity, whether they are solar, void, stasis, or whatnot, but this one, they don't require any affinity. Like you can see, since I am using a solar helmet, then you can use some other mods as far as the elemental type of mods, but for the helmet we are using this. Now as far as all the other mods that you can use, it's whatever build that you are using. You want some ammo finder, so it's based on the weapons that you are using, and everything else is subjective. It's whatever you want to use, but I'm gonna go over just the main mods for the build. And in my gauntlets I'm using the Well of Ordnance, and I'm not gonna read everything, just I'm gonna leave it on the screen for a few seconds. You can see what it does. Again, remember the type of mods that I'm using and the kind of affinity that it has. It's a solar mod. Now for my chest piece, I'm using the Taking Charge mod, because when I want to become charged with light, picking up orbs makes that very easy. So that's why I am using this mod. This is not a new mod, it's been around for a while. Like I said, you can check some of the vendors to see if you're missing this mod. And as far as everything else, it's whatever you want to do. This is the most important one. Again, remember the name of the mod and the kind of affinity. So this one does not require any affinity. You can use it on any type of piece of armor. Now for the boots, I am using the Protective Light. Now this is the one that gives you survivability. Remember I said you need three things: survivability, synergy, and also killing power. This is the one that's going to keep you alive. So remember this mod. It's not new. You can find it from the vendors if you are missing it. Now for a class item, I am using Explosive Well Maker, and look real quick what it says. And remember the type of affinity that this mod comes in. So it's solar. And then I'm also using Particle Deconstruction. This is the bread and butter for this season, because this is one that allows you to do extra damage to bosses and enemies that have a lot of health. So don't forget about this mod. You need 7 energy for it, but it is worth it. Now just remember the main mods that we are using to make this build a versatile build that we can use for any character. Now I'm gonna switch to the Warlock and show you. Now for our Warlock, look at the helmet. I'm using elemental armament. Now, it doesn't matter whether you want to use elemental armament on the helmet or the arm or whatever. Whatever you have, just put, as long as you have those main marks that we talked about, then you should be good to go. And then for the gloves or gauntlet, I'm using the explosive well maker. And then don't forget about your champion's Mars that you have to use. And now, as you can see, I'm using taking charge. Now you can use taking charge in other piece of armor, but I always use it in my chest space just because that's the way I want it. But it doesn't matter. You can, when you switch exotics, as long as you keep the same mods, and then also make sure you remember the affinity of the mods, whether it's stasis or whether it's solar or void. As long as you keep the same mods, then your build will still stay versatile and use it for anywhere. And then for my legs, I am using the protective light on my legs. Again, remember this is a void mod, and that's where you will find the protective light. And then all the other mods, you know, just whatever. And the class item, and I'm using Well of Ordnance. Those are all the same 5 mods that I use on my Titan, and then I'm using them across my character as well. And then you also see particle deconstruction. Now let's move to our hunter. All right, now for our hunter, elemental armament, Well of Ordnance, taking charge, and we got protective light, and we have explosive well maker. Just remember, find those mods and see what they do, and you will see that you can create a versatile build for any of your character. This will get you started, and then you can go ahead and create some other builds if you so choose. Now, if you're looking for those elemental well mods, just check out the servitor, the Splasher servitor, and here they are. Now, if you want to experiment with some new mods for this season, you also have some available. Anyway guys, this is my most versatile build that I've been using this season, and you can make it happen for yourself as well. It just matters, make sure you get the mods. They are easy to get. And also just switch your weapons, switch your exotic, whatever you want to do, and you should be good to go. Hopefully this helps. If this helped you in any way, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I will be forever grateful. Thanks again for watching. See you guys later.